Hi there, I am Tanya Windecker and I have complex PTSD myself, but have you ever felt like you're stuck in this grieving phase on your healing journey, that intense sadness and pain? Okay, because when you've got complex PTSD, not only your PTSD symptoms are complex, but also the grieving is complex. So people suggesting to you to just let it go or just move on, it's not helpful. The grieving process is so complex for us, and there's a number of reasons for this, and I'm giving you two now. And one is if the trauma happened really early in your childhood, right at a time where we're meant to learn how to regulate our emotions, and you missed that milestone where you learn to regulate emotions. It means all emotions, not just like some people talk about anger. It also means anxiety and fear, that sadness, that grieving, the excitement, joy, pleasure, everything, okay? The minute some sensation comes up in our body, it quickly feels like, oh my gosh, it's going to be overwhelming. And if you're like me, I don't know, but my coping mechanism is to shut down and to numb all of those sensations out. And this really stopped my grieving process, because every time there was sadness coming up, I was never able to cry. I couldn't process it. I just shut down before that happened. So I'm curious to hear if that's you're stuck there for that reason as well. But number two is that all that trauma really affected the way our brain functions, and that is an area called the cingulate anterior gyrus, if I pronounced that right, but that area often works too hard in trauma survivors, and that means that we are stuck ruminating on thoughts, but also stuck ruminating on grief and that pain. And so there's a physiological reason there why this is so difficult for us, why we can't just let it go. Okay, so it's quite complex. And I had lots of therapy, but I also did a lot of reading, and obviously you stumble across Kübler-Ross's work on the stages of grieving there as well. It's a very simplistic version, and her work wasn't for people who have PTSD, it was for terminal ill patients. But still, it really helped me to realize that there is so much more to grieving. I didn't realize that, for example, denial was part of it. I was years and years I denied all what happened because it was just too overwhelming. I really didn't want to go there. It was too painful. So there's the denial, there is the anger, okay? There's a bargaining, there's a depression. So there's a lot of different phases within the grieving. It's really a complex process there. So as I said, it took me a long time to work on all of this, and I was stuck over the years in different areas of it. But one thing that really kept me stuck, I'd like to share with you. This might not be an issue for you at all, but what kept me stuck was that because all the trauma caused me so much pain, there was so much pain within me, and I wanted people around me to know and be aware of, hey, this actually really was damaging to me, this really was painful, and I clinged on to that pain because I believed if I didn't have that pain, this was my only evidence that this bad stuff ever happened, okay? So I don't have no evidence. If you look at me, there's no evidence that this happened. The pain was my only evidence. So I clung onto this, thinking I have to, and because I thought me having a good, fun, joyous future, being successful, would tell other people that what happened to me wasn't that bad, which is not true, As you know from other videos, I am having I feel happy most of the time, I have inner peace now, but none of that ever took away the fact that what happened to me in the past was wrong. It's not okay. This abuse is criminal. It is unjust. So this is one reason I clung on to this pain for so long, or way longer than necessary there. So I'm always curious to hear your thoughts on that as well. Is this something that hooked you in that, or trapped you in that grieving phase for longer, or what was it for you? I'm curious to find out, so please share. But in the meantime, I'm sending you lots and lots of love and rainbows to brighten up the tough times just a little.